Success is rarely created by dramatic moments. It is built by invisible habits. The habits no one applauds. The habits no one posts online. The habits that happen when nobody is watching. People love to talk about morning routines, millionaire books, expensive courses, and motivational speeches. Those things can help, but they are not the real foundation. The truth is much simpler. Success belongs to the people who master ordinary days. Not perfect days, ordinary ones. Every successful person eventually discovers that life doesn't change because of one giant decision. It changes because of hundreds of tiny decisions repeated over and over again. Today's audiobook is about those hidden habits. The habits that quietly separate successful people from everyone else. If you build these habits, your life begins to change without forcing it. Let's begin. Most people lose their day before breakfast. The first thing they do is grab their phone. Messages, notifications, news, social media. Instantly their mind belongs to everyone else. Successful people protect the first few minutes of their day. Not because they're magical, because attention is valuable. The first 10 minutes decide who controls your mind. You or the world. Instead of consuming information immediately, successful people create direction. They ask simple questions. What matters today? What is the one thing I cannot ignore? What kind of person will I become today? These questions create focus. Focus creates action. Action creates results. Don't underestimate 10 peaceful minutes. Over a year, they become 60 hours of intentional thinking. That changes everything. People worry too much about confidence. Confidence is not the starting point. Trust is. Specifically, self-trust. Every time you promise yourself you'll wake up early and don't, your brain notices. Every time you promise to exercise and quit, your brain notices. Eventually you stop believing yourself. That is why motivation disappears. You don't trust your own words anymore. Successful people rebuild that trust slowly. Not through giant goals. Through tiny promises. Read 5 pages. Walk for 10 minutes. Write 1 paragraph. Save a little money. Small promises. Consistently kept. Each completed promise tells your brain, I am someone who follows through. Confidence grows naturally after that. Because confidence is evidence. Not imagination. Starting is exciting. Finishing is powerful. The world celebrates ideas. Success rewards execution. Thousands dream of writing books. Few finish one. Millions join gyms. Very few stay. Everyone wants the beginning. Very few love the middle. The middle is boring, repetitive, uncomfortable. But that's where successful people live. They understand something important. Every unfinished project steals mental energy. Every completed project builds momentum. Momentum is priceless. It makes difficult things feel possible. Start less. Finish more. People chase excitement. Success chases consistency. Real growth often feels boring. Practicing. Saving money. Studying. Editing. Learning. Repeating. Nothing dramatic. But repetition creates mastery. The best athletes repeat fundamentals. The best musicians practice scales. The best speakers rehearse endlessly. The best businesses improve tiny systems every day. Success hides inside repetition. If you only work when you feel inspired, you'll always be average. If you can work without excitement, you become dangerous. Discipline wins where emotion fails. Many people waste years trying to impress strangers. Approval feels good, but it is expensive. When your happiness depends on applause, your decisions become weak. Successful people ask different questions. Is this meaningful? Does this move my life forward? Instead of, will people like it? Not everyone will understand your journey. Some people will doubt you. Others will ignore you. Some will criticize you. That's normal. Don't borrow your identity from other people's opinions. Build it from your actions. Your life becomes peaceful the day you stop performing for everyone else. Silence makes many people uncomfortable. They constantly need noise, music, videos, conversations, scrolling. But successful people schedule moments of silence. Because silence reveals truth. You begin hearing your own thoughts, your own fears, your own dreams. You recognize what actually matters. Great ideas rarely arrive during chaos. They arrive during reflection. Walk alone. Think deeply. Journal honestly. Sit quietly. Some of your greatest breakthroughs will happen when nothing appears to be happening. Time management matters. Energy management matters more. You can have 8 free hours. If you're mentally exhausted, those hours become useless. Successful people pay attention to what drains them. Negative people, meaningless arguments, constant comparison, poor sleep, endless distractions. Every unnecessary conflict costs energy. Protect your mind like you protect your money, because energy creates productivity. Productivity creates opportunity. Opportunity changes lives. Failure is unavoidable. Expensive failure isn't. Successful people experiment small. They test ideas, learn quickly, adjust immediately. They don't risk everything on one emotional decision. Imagine learning a skill. Practice daily, not once a month. Imagine starting a business. Test one product, not 10. Imagine changing your life. Improve one habit, not 20. Small experiments create massive wisdom. Fail small. Learn fast. Grow constantly. School ends. Learning shouldn't. The most successful people remain curious forever. Books, podcasts, conversations, courses, observation, questions. They collect ideas constantly. Every person knows something you don't. Stay humble enough to learn. Knowledge compounds. One useful idea today, another tomorrow, another next week. 5 years later, you think differently, and people call you talented. It wasn't talent. It was consistent learning. Everyone sees public success. Nobody sees private preparation. The invisible hours matter most. The reading nobody noticed. The practice nobody applauded. The failures nobody witnessed. The sacrifices nobody respected. Those invisible hours eventually become visible results. Never underestimate unseen effort. Your future depends on work that receives no applause today. Goals are temporary. Identity lasts. Don't say, I want to write a book. Say, I am a writer. Don't say, I want to become fit. Say, I am someone who takes care of my body. Identity changes behavior. Behavior changes results. When you know who you are, decisions become easier. You don't negotiate with your standards. You simply act consistently. Every action is a vote. Every workout, every page, every conversation, every healthy meal, every hour of focused work. You're voting for the person you're becoming. One vote doesn't decide the election. Thousands do. The same is true for life. Stop waiting for one big breakthrough. Build thousands of small victories. Eventually they become impossible to ignore. The success habits nobody talks about are not glamorous. They don't require genius. They don't require luck. They require consistency. Protect your mornings. Keep promises to yourself. Finish what you start. Respect boring work. Ignore unnecessary approval. Value silence. Protect your energy. Learn constantly. Practice privately. Build your identity. Remember this: your future is not created by one extraordinary day. It is created by ordinary days lived with extraordinary consistency. Years from now, people may call you lucky. They may say you were gifted. They may assume success happened overnight. Smile, because you'll know the truth. Success wasn't one giant leap. It was thousands of invisible habits repeated until they became your character. And character is what creates a life that lasts. So begin today, not tomorrow, not next Monday. Today. One habit, one promise, one action, then repeat it again and again. Because greatness isn't something you find. It is something you quietly build one ordinary day